Sure, let's get straight into this. I gotta listen out for shopping, so I might abruptly have to go AFK at some point. Oh, itchy head. Oh. And then we'll go back to Returnal tonight, I expect. They're all dead. Four. Bum, bum, bum. Right, this time I'm going to use bounty. I need more than 10, right. Oh, I'm using the Returnal controls. Does she sell the bounty one?
I know. Come see me again.
Who sells the bounty?
They say he's figured out where Yona is.
Thanks for... Go get him, chick.
You better come.
Who sells the bounties?
Thanks. Go get him.
I worked it out. Come again one.
I know.
Okay.
Come see.
Oh there.
Gonna plan a lot more.
There's no.
Okay, so I got plenty of seeds. Hey, buddy. Mature lurker. Okay, we got plenty of seeds. Let's grab another 10 of those. Where are...
I'll try to get my.
I'm not doing the fishing game.
People disappeared along.
I'm doing
The input.
I'm doing the gardening. Grab a fuck ton of this. I'm about to do the story, although I'm kind of holding on a little bit just in case Uchi arrives, because he's been waiting a long time to see
You tell it.
endings. Okay, back to the village. Oh, I've got the returnal controls in my head now.
Oh there. Get.
Okay. Okay, time for some more gardening. Woo woo. So we are going to go blue gold, blue gold. But first I'm going to fertilize, bounty. I'm waiting for my food to arrive, damn it. Why they put a gardening game in this, I'll never know. I know Yoko Taro likes putting different game elements into his games, but this is maybe his oddest choice. I mean, I suppose it makes sense in the respect that the Lunateer has been in all of the games. Okay, so let's start from the top. Blue gold, blue gold. Blue. Gold. Gold. Blue. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, Crane, how you doing, buddy? That's okay, you don't have to apologise. It's always good to hear from you, buddy. You know? I've been alright. I have had a few days off to play lots of games, so I'm very good. The sun is out, and I'm not sure if you're from the UK, aren't you? It's nice just having some sun, even if I got sunburn. The sunburn was totally worth it. You been up to much? It's gold, blue. Gold. We do, it's over in a blink of an eye, isn't it? You're like, oh, that was nice. Oh, it's gone. It's winter again. Blue gold. Oh yeah, you've been playing that, haven't you? On New Ground. I'm quite lucky because I live in Cornwall, so when the weather is nice, it's fucking it's beautiful here in the summer. That's why I still live here. I wouldn't live anywhere else in the country. Yeah, it's poor down here and it's full of old people. But nicest weather. Don't worry, I'm not going to water plants for the entire of this stream. Just getting it done. How's Friday Night Funkin' going? It's a picture of a voodoo version of me made by Grape Smuggler. She sent it to me, but she's in the States, so when I get it here, I'll take a new photo of it on like a black background or something, so you can see its face easier. It's voodoo me. Yeah, it is cool. Nice. I've been playing Returnal, and I'm hoping to get better at that, but it's a tough game. Yeah, I mean, it's summertime. I'm guessing a lot of people are streaming a lot less in the summer. Stream if you want to stream, buddy. Like, I've stopped streaming to get views now. I hit 300 and kind of just gave up. If people want to watch, they can. If people want to not watch, then they don't have to watch. But I'm playing games I enjoy. Okay, that is all the watering done. Pig. I honestly don't know, mate. I honestly don't know. I made a few friends like yourself from that, but I don't think I was hooked on it like lots of other people. I just found it a bit too easy. I get bored easily if it's too easy, or if there's no story.
Oh there.
It's not like I don't want like a game that's really hard or nothing. I'm not like, oh my god, it's got to be more difficult. It's just when you, I felt like I'd seen everything. Yeah. Well, it's good that you get them. I don't think I don't stream games people want to watch. I stream games people want to play. If that makes any sense. Not that you stream games that people don't want to play, but you know what I mean. People prefer... I don't know. I know what I mean. Yeah. I felt like I was just going over the motions in the end with Dying Light. Okie dokie. Crane the Master. Take care, buddy. Hey, welcome back, Uchi. I've done my gardening. It's time to go. The only reason I have to stop is when my shopping arrives. If it fucking arrives. Just fell straight into the water. Dead. Son of a bitch. Double son of a... See that shit? He just knocked me straight over into the water.
Everything in working order?
Yeah, Vice. I'm good.
Your health is diminished. Do be more careful next time.
I do love how Vice comes to care for NieR. Was this on the super difficulty level you were doing? Keep on pressing the wrong button. Keep on pressing returnal controls now. Was there any DLC for those games? Nope, I'm not hanging around the bottom. We're going straight up. I've already done this. I ain't doing it again. Well, kind of am, but... The skins and stuff. Ah, fair enough. I've got to say, what's it? The Bio... No, Mass Effect. The collection. See, you know how I was saying I don't want to buy EA games? The Mass Effect trilogy has, like, all of the DLC with it. See, I only ever completed the first one. But it comes with something like 79 fucking pieces of DLC. I wouldn't mind playing through those. Skipping these guys. I managed to get through the door. Huh. Yes, I remember they did really, DLC deals, they were really good. Keep on pressing circle to dodge, because that's what it is in Returnal. Fucking Activision. So greedy. But, you know, I think part of the reason they do that is so people don't buy them. They want them to buy the new games. They don't want them to buy the old games. Yep. Because when they do well, they drop the price on them. That's something Sony, I think Microsoft to a certain degree both do. They drop the price on them. Like the Master Chief Collection and stuff. Even when it's full price, it's a good deal. And it's on offer every now and then. For a decent price. Whereas I look at the sales on my Switch and I'm like, I complain about this all the time, but Switch sales are fucking shit. Oh, a game is down from £80 to £60. What a deal. I wouldn't have bought it at £60 either, so not a sale. 15 quid is a good price, is a sale price, or like £25 for a full price game might even get me to think about it. But a game being £60 after its deal, can get fucked. And I like my Switch. But the sales are just fucking shovelware. Or overpriced. There's no middle ground. Up we go. Yeah, but they're not. They're... What? How would anyone think that they're giving it away at that price? It's ridiculous. They act like they're a family-friendly company, but they price kids out. Like, Uchi said, like, God of War 2018 is often £15 here. And normally in the States they just keep the same number, so it might be like 20 bucks. And that's a first party game. Yeah, but how have you come to that conclusion? This is what I don't get. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but what's brought you to that conclusion? To me, it feels like they're just greedy. Like, when they're new, I get it. When a game is brand new, charge what you want within reason, obviously. But, like, 4 years down the line, like, the only thing I see that's got the official stamp on it is, like, Mario and the Rabbids. And I'm wondering, is because that was made by Ubisoft? Well, it's a joke. If they drop the prices, they would allow more people to buy them. That's the same with all of them. Lower the gate for entry, you get more people in. And that goes with all of the developers.
Sight, and yet I find it strangely nostalgic.
Yeah. This is where Vice and I first met. And first fought together.
Wow! This is where you used to live, Vice?
Well, yes, I suppose. In a technical sense.
Pretty nice digs for a floating magazine.
At least it was free from annoying hussies like yourself.
Those two always giving each other shit. I fucking love it. You cannot turn back from this point. Continue? Yes.
And now the path is open.
Yeah, but that's... I'm not sure the point you're trying to make with that, Heisen. That's not lowering the gate. That is just free to play. They don't charge anything to get in. So the whole point is to let everyone in. They let her curse at me all day. It's like going to your park, the local one you could walk to. You don't expect it to be as good as a fucking fairground or an amusement place. You expect to pay to go into one of those. Free to play one, I expect it to be a bit shit because it's free to play. Both have failed, Nintendo, actually. When they did the flat rate ones, they failed. And then when they did the free-to-play ones, they put some really shit stuff in there. And people hated those as well. Pokemon, what's it called? The walkie round Pokemon is the only one that's really done well for them. So they've tried both and both failed. There was a weapon in this room. God, this is weird. I've not been back to this room in like 10 years. I think later on there's a weapon that appears by the door. No, but they own it. It's made by Niantic. There's lots of games that they don't make themselves. I mean, they didn't make Pokemon Snap, did they? I think that was Namco. Uchi's like, wait a minute, this is a new place. I haven't seen a new thing in like 30 hours. Those birds are more than what you think that they just saw. Let's take a look around, make sure I've not missed any fucking chests or anything. They tried putting loot boxes into it as well, didn't they? Oh, is this the weapon I was thinking of? Phoenix sword, nice. I need to check a sword list. Or a weapon list.
To whom does the true voice speak? To whom does the true form show itself? You must answer.
It can talk!
I ask. Why did humans disappear from the world?
The hell is this?
I believe this is some manner of password.
Password?
Yes. The correct answer should grant us access to the castle. I feel confident I've heard this somewhere before. To whom does the true voice speak? To whom does the true form show itself? I ask. Why did humans disappear from the world? You must answer.
I can't actually remember which one it is. Both are true, but the Black Disease only came along after.
I answer, because their lives are short.
Oh, wrong answer.
Blast. I appear to have made an error.
They didn't all disappear because of that. Well, we will find out soon.
Why did you... I answer, because of a black
It's
disease.
because of a white disease.
I ask, how can humans extend their lives?
Here we go. By separating body from soul.
I answer, by separating body from soul.
Remember what the name of this game is.
I ask, what is the destination of souls?
They are placed in their corresponding shells.
I answer, they are placed in their corresponding shells. Very well. You are acknowledged as master. You may enter. Well then, it seems the way is open. It's the twins from your village.
Popla? Devila? What are you doing here?
Hey, any chance you'll just go back to the village? This is a very dangerous place. Even if you can find Yona here, you probably can't get her out.
How did you get here?
Shh. We're asking the questions right now.
We're here to rescue Yona.
No dice, huh? Well, I guess we don't have a choice then. No, I suppose not. How sad. We didn't want to fight you. We really didn't want to.
Devil! What's happening?
Sorry, but this fate was predetermined. Still, we spoke to truth. We really wanted to avoid this if possible. We were hoping to put it off for 100 years or so. Until the next generation came along.
What are you talking about?
Are they shades?
I don't think so.
It's a lie! I don't believe it!
We never thought you'd grow to be this powerful.
This is madness. Why do you block our path?
You have no cause to speak so with us, Grimoire Weiss. You are a traitor.
What now? They copied my powers.
Shit on a shingle. They can use the sealed verses.
Of course we can. The power came from us in the first place. You were simply loaned a small portion of it.
Not gonna do this in time. Come on.
Vice, are you all right?
Devil! Popola! Why are you guys doing this? Why are you siding with the Shades?
Ah, I gotta stop going for that, that's why.
Why?
The answer to every riddle lies within the heart of the Shadow Lord.
Shadow Lord? So you've been on his side this whole time?
You must search for that answer yourself. You've got to face your own truth now. Please, enter the Shadow Lord's castle.
Devila and Popola are fighting us.
Yes, they do seem to be putting us through a great deal of...
You okay, Weiss?
How odd. For long years, my mind and tongue have been my greatest assets. But now the latter seems to be... Well,
Vice?
do not look at me like that. I am Grimoire Weiss. I am perfectly...
There's a big, big pig behind this door. Well, behind one of these doors there's a big, big pig. An armored pig.
I think I hear a waltz.
It certainly is a grand affair.
Bunch of dancing bastards.
They're all Shades!
I think we're locked in.
It's not like I was planning to leave.
Yeah, it's a bit late for that.
experience rate 30%. No, I don't want to become famous. Fucking. Thank you, Heisen.
They won't stop coming.
I'll open the next door. Cover me.
Oh, how I do love a good time.
Twice.
Oh, right. Protect the hussy, yes? Good plan. Let's go.
Protect Kaine for us.
Come on. Come on.
Kaine, hurry!
It's not open yet?
Do I look like a goddamn locksmith to you?
No, you idiot. What are you doing?
Lock doesn't want to open? Fine. I'll just break it down.
Stop, you impatient fool.
I was gonna stop Kaine when she's on a
Damn
fucking
no
mission.
good bullshit bastard! Open the fuck up already! Ugh! Got it.
Kaine, look out! Are they?
These things are freaking me out. Kaine, what's wrong?
We need to help Kaine.
You okay?
Yeah. Well, we got problems.
Yeah, I do. Turn into a big pig.
We don't need forgiveness, asshole.
Kaine? Damn shit.
Oh dear.
Yeah, now he's covered in armor. Armored pig. I am so over leveled.
Can you even hurt this thing?
Fuck! Oh no!
I can't stop now. Damn it.
Stay focused, Kaine. Don't fall victim to such distractions.
Come on! We have to keep
Yeah.
going!
It's because I did all those side missions. Wait till I play it on hard mode.
This way, move!
Dragon Lance. Or was that Dragoon Lance?
Up here!
This is part of the dungeon you get as the DLC. Pig!
How can we deal with this thing?
Please, hurry!
Oh, is it game over from there if I get hit? Oh, damn. I think I was going to die there. Where's it going to load from? Oh, okay, from here. I don't want to miss any fucking weapons, that's the only problem.
Up here!
How can we deal with this thing?
Please, hurry!
Damn it, I can't get it open.
Attack incoming!
Oh my god, NieR, which way are you going to face? You want to face the right direction? Nope.
The entrance is locked too!
It seems we are in a bit of a predicament.
He's an angry pig. I'm surprised this one gave you so much trouble.
What are you doing here?
You are correct.
アラトテ三世隊
フルアリ割とてトラス感化失禁で But
アラヘルアト
呼んだ来てキリンをいかに
アブセンやトサチチサタトトメルタカイザムチト
Fucking up that pig, man.
That's it! Get out!
えタッカー奇跡オーバ
Hey!
ー
Stop! Let me go! Stop it! Damn it! King, no!
ギ後で
We'll meet again, you and I, once all of this is over.
箱
Until then. Man, he's one brave king. I like him.
No! Open the door! You can't fight that thing on your own!
ゆくく
You have to keep going, defeat the Shadow Lord and get your sister back.
クルトコ
You must once again know the joy of having the one you love by your side.
勝て
Now then,
ケタル
how many rules are there about what to shout before dying in battle? 88, my liege. Amazing, how do you remember all these things? Do not despair, my liege, we are with you. I know.
なんだ
Let's try this
あ
again.
らたて
For the honor of the mask.
とチ
For the honor of our kings, for the honor of our queen.
Open the damn door!
Knock it off already. Let's go.
Kaine.
He's fighting for you. And for Fira. Don't let him die for nothing.
My friend.
Devila! Popola!
Oh, look. You made it. We've been waiting for so long.
Why are you doing this?
It began 1300 years ago. Humanity, finding itself on the brink of extinction, undertook a last-ditch rescue plan called Project Gestalt.
Gestalt?
Do you still not remember, Grimoire Weiss? Then let's give you a refresher.
Obtained Project Gestalt documents.
Vice! My mind. I remember. Devila. Popola. You are not human. In fact. Oh no.
It was that and why they did the experiments on them.
Yeah, sometimes the truth can be a real bitch. You want to finish that thought for him, sister? All of us, every person standing in this room, are mere shells created by the true humans.
What are you saying?
You still don't get it? You aren't human.
So then humans, I mean, the true humans are extinct?
No, they still live on. You know them as shades. Each shade is a twisted remnant of what was once a human being.
That's why when you're killing the small ones, they're all dropping colouring books and school books. It gives you the hints all the way through. Like, you're killing the tiny shades and they're dropping colouring books.
Crazy, huh? Now let's skip the part where you stand there with your mouths agape and just get down to business.
Wait.
Sorry, but we're gonna be needing that shell of yours. The rightful
Not a
owner
robot.
has been waiting for a very long time.
They're shells. So when I did that password, it said one of the questions was, or one of the answers was, to put the soul back into the body. Their souls are still alive, but they needed the bodies. Kind of.
Please don't be angry with us. We are only doing our duty. Our endless existences have a single purpose: to control the lives of others in accordance with the will of the true humans. You have your own motives, your own desires. And we have ours. I fear it really is just that simple.
Don't speak such foolishness.
Sorry. You and us, we're the same. Tools in the hands of a master.
No. I'm nothing like you.
This is the song that both of them sing. Remember when they're singing the song together? This is the song.
Devila? Devila?
You'll find out. You'll find out.
Are you crying? No.
NieR aged because he's just a normal clone.
You know, Popola, I
Kind of
understand
clone.
now why we're twins. It's because we were born without souls.
Devila, I can't stop the bleeding. Oh God, I can't stop it.
This world is too lonely for one without a soul. There's too much emptiness. Our souls are missing. And yet somehow our tears still work. It's kind of weird. Sorry, sis. I love you.
Devila! Devila! Don't you go! No, I can't be alone! Devila!
Oh, she's pissed.
Popola. Let's stop this now.
Stop? Stop? Now you want to stop? You think you have the luxury to stop? You cut down my sister like a goddamn animal and now you want to stop? Popola, wait! It doesn't have to— No one stops! It's way
too late to stop! No one stops!
Please, don't do this, Popola! You and Debola were like parents to me!
Those two have watched the world wither from time immemorial. The cruelness of such a fate. It is difficult to imagine.
I don't want to do this! I don't want to fight her!
Stop bitching and start fighting! It's the only way!
No stopping. No stopping ever!
The bridge!
Blast! We're trapped!
I've got an idea!
I fear we're done for.
It'll be all right. You know, when I was young, I hated my eyes. And now that I'm older, I hate what my body has become. But there's something else there now. Something like pride, you know? I mean, without all this, I couldn't have become your friend. Goodbye, my friends. Thank you for everything.
Emil!
For so long, all I could do was destroy. But now, I have a chance to save something.
No!
Now get going, okay?
Emil!
Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine.
Emil! Emil!
Emil!
You jackass, get back here!
Oh dear. Kaine's so unstable, and Vice can't stop arguing with people. I hope they can hold it together once I'm gone. Well, I guess they'll just have to learn. I want to see you again. I want to see all of you again. Just one more time. I'm scared. I don't want to die.
Hey, welcome back, Grape Smuggler. I got a bit of something in my eye. This manliness. I've got too much manliness in my eyes. you starting to figure out who the Shadow Lord is yet, Uchi? Oh. Where's the kitty cat? Kai's gonna beat some sense into him.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Did they say the kitty was gonna be arrive today? Kitten arrivals. How far away does he live? 4 hours is like a kitten year. Sorry, I made an assumption. I apologise. I thought you might know because you'd be like, oh, well, I'm coming over from blah, blah, blah to drop it off to you.
Yona!
It's called Baby Baby. Baby Sister Baby Baby.
This ends here!
Strike hard. Hold nothing back.
hope to stand against the Shadow Lord?
Don't speak in such a manner, fool. I am nothing like you.
This book is weak. Aww. Maybe give her the bunny.
Be careful!
I know.
Vice, you alright?
Naturally, I am as fit as a pin.
Wait.
Bunny, bunny.
Brother?
Yona. Huh?
Please, just stop. I don't want to
Shades
do
are
this
humans,
anymore.
remember?
I don't need someone else's body. I don't want it. There's another girl inside this body. I can hear her. She won't stop crying. She says she wants to see her brother.
Yona's been possessed?
This girl loves her brother too, just as much as I do. It's not right, you know? It's not right that she can't see him. It's you, isn't it?
Yes, it's me. Let's go home.
No, not everyone. Just a couple of the characters. There's Yona and NieR. But in the old version, NieR had brown hair, I believe. Oh no, it was grey.
I don't know what to... I'm so very sorry. No matter what. Just know that... I
Love you.
Hurry. The shade that possessed her is gone.
Kind, watch over Yona for me. Let me understand your sadness. Think I'm gonna sympathize with you? I swore to protect my sister and my friends. If someone puts them in danger, they must stand aside or be cut down. Now come on! Let's finish this! Weiss, what's wrong?
It's freaking me out here, Weiss.
What are you doing? Come so... do it! Strike the killing blow! One moment, please.
You okay?
Fine, just fine. All right, no, I'm not.
Weiss,
It seems some headstrong idiot has decided to push me beyond my limits. I should have taken that job as a cookbook when I had the chance.
Weiss, sorry. I'm sorry.
Only joking. I hate cookbooks.
But
Let's go. Out of the way. I have one final task to fulfill.
where are you going?
Why, to stop him, of
Don't worry about
course.
boosting, people. This isn't going to be a long
But
stream.
after that, it's up to you.
Save your points.
Only you can see this battle to its conclusion. I wish you luck, my friend.
You can't. I swore I'd always fight by your side.
You are an exceedingly stubborn lad. You know that, yes?
I know, I'm
Perhaps
just saying,
that's why
save your
I've
points.
so enjoyed our time together. But I fear this is where our journey ends.
Weiss!
Oh, and remember what I told you about using my full name? Well, forget it. I've grown rather fond of Weiss.
Weiss. I knew you'd come around.
Don't let it go to your head now.
I have something to defend. I have a reason to live. Shadow.
Well, that's every anime ever, Heisen. That's like every single anime.
Is Yona all right? Oh god, no.
Oh, please, the girl is fine.
Weiss? Where are you? Are you okay?
I am as well as can be, considering I have lost my physical form. Doubtless my voice will be the next to go, so listen closely. Your sister is safe. Do not mourn her, and do not give up hope. Instead, you must call her back to you.
How?
Use your memories. Recall the times you spent with her. Present her with proof that the two of you live still, and that your lives have meaning.
I don't know.
Typical. But take heart. I know you can do it.
What's my favorite food? Cookies. What's my favorite book? That's my magic storybook. What's my favorite place? Home with you. What's my favorite flower? The lunar tear, of course. Okay, one more question. Who do I love more than anyone? Is that you?
Yona.
Is this my body?
Yes, Yona. It's yours and yours alone.
You look bigger than before. Like you've grown up.
Well, yeah. I guess you haven't seen me for a while.
Have I been asleep this whole time?
Something like that.
It's almost like I'm a princess from some fairy tale.
Oh, Yona. I'm so happy to have you back.
Me too.
Kaine.
You and your sister, you have a good life, Kay?
Where are you gonna go?
Guess I'll...
You could stay with us, you know.
Thanks, but I'll pass. You know how it is. I got my own shit to take care of.
What do you mean?
Personal shit, alright? Anyway, take it easy, yeah?
Kaine.
Hey, look! It's beautiful. For the longest time, I heard someone telling me how they wanted to see the light. And now, they can finally see it.
Yeah, you can't truly hate him.
Thank you. I love it. It's so sunny today.
Yeah, it
It sure is.
Okay, so that was ending A. A lot to take in for just like an hour and a half. Oh, my food is here. Oh, I can't pause the game either. Okay, I've got to be right back because my food is here. Fucking timing. I can't pause it either. E, I believe. It's normally E. Hopefully, I can just get the food in the door while the credits are still rolling. They get more and more messed up. Well, they don't. They get less messed up, but more sad. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay. That's all my frozen food put away. Whew. Frozen food's put away, but after the credits I'll have to run down and put the rest away. Mate, it's so good. So good, isn't it? That's why I wanted to spend as much time in the towns as possible. Because it means a lot more when the endings come along. When you spend a lot of time... You don't want your bum to fall off. When you spend lots of time with them, the ending's more impactful. That's why I don't skip anything. Yes. Yes it is. Never unscrew your belly button. Your bum will fall off. I want my bum to not fall off. Okay, we've got ending A. Load your data after completing the game to experience Kaine's story. Yes. You can now read a departed mother's diary in your house. Wardrobe has been added to the options. New outfits can be obtained by pressing through departed mother's diary. Nice. Change music. Cool. Okay. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to put my shopping away, but I'll be back in 5 minutes. And I hope you're doing good today, Coyote. Try to screw your belly button back in, and I will be right back. Kind of. Remember, Kaine is inhabited by a shade. So it's a bit weird for her. But you'll find out. We're going to do Kaine's story when I come back. Be back about 5-10 minutes. Coyote, are you still there? I got something to tell you, buddy. One, I got Coca-Cola lollies. It's good to see me eating a lolly for a while. I got Dib Dab lollies, if you're still there, Coyote, and they come with sherbet. Ice lollies that come with sherbet. It's insane. Okay. Well, I shouldn't be eating this on stream. This isn't a mukbang channel. Okay. Let's get started with Kaine's story. Oh. I might have to pause to eat the lolly in a minute, though. This is good.
Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway...
The sound of rain filled the village. The steep cliffs that surrounded the area magnified sound, causing even the slightest drizzle to rattle like a thunderstorm. Thin wisps of smoke streamed from huts as the villagers huddled in their homes and waited out the rain. A single child, however, had braved the downpour and was now wandering slowly toward the wooden, hawk-shaped weather vane at the centre of town. The wanderer reached the vane, which had existed as long as any could remember, and stared. The child's face was simultaneously delicate and fierce, like a teacup that had survived a shipwreck. Those traits combined with pale white skin to give a face an almost sexless quality. The beak turns east, I go home. If it stays west, then The child blinked. Rain slowly dripped down the young one's short hair and began its long descent to the ground. Come on. Come on. The child felt a slight breeze and watched as the vane slowly creaked to life. Spinning this way and that for a moment, it finally settled with the beak pointing firmly toward the east. East? Really? Before the vane could move again, a jagged rock came spinning and tumbling through the air, striking home against the child's head. The force of the blow dropped the child to the ground as a hail of stones began to fall all around. Oh no, they found me. A heartbreaking smile crept across the child's face as the stones continued their assault. Through the rain, the sound of multiple footsteps grew louder before a voice rang out. Yo-ho, Kaine! The voice belonged to Demo, worst of all the bullies in the area. As Kaine struggled to stand, a final stone came skittering through the mud and bounced against her foot. Blood oozed from a cut above her eye and blurred her vision, but she could not make out the shapes of Demo and his usual gang of idiots. The boy seemed taken aback for a moment by Kaine's seeming indifference to the blood dripping from her face, but quickly regained his bravado. What's up, freak? You like the rain? You like getting all wet? Or did you finally decide to run away from home? Though she knew it was futile, Kaine turned to leave. Before she could get more than a few steps, the other children scrambled to surround her, cruelty burning in their eyes. Kaine knew those were not the only eyes on her. The tormentor's parents watched from safety of their homes. She was attuned to this sensation. It was one that she had experienced many times before. I fucking hate the townsfolk of the area. They can get fucked. Oh shit. While some villagers simply turned a blind eye to the actions of their children, many encouraged it openly. Hey, tiny birdie! In a society ruled by superstition and fear, Kaine was something to be hated, and if possible, destroyed. I didn't say you could leave, freak. Demo's words chewed at her like a worm through an apple. He can't hurt me, she lied to herself. Be strong, be brave, he can't hurt me, he can't hurt me, he can't hurt. Oh look, the little freak is gonna cry. What's wrong? Are you sad that everyone hates you and wants you dead? Yeah. This is the new layout. And it's weird having daylight in the UK. I got an ice lolly. Oh my god, this is fucking delicious. Oh. Kaine prayed for the rain to flood down and carry her away from the world that seemed to have no place for her. And if there were gods, they chose to ignore her. As Demo crept ever closer, the clouds began to thin and the rain slowed. Hope you're doing okay, Tiny. I thought you were streaming. Even the weather hates me. I'm useless. A failure. I wish Demo's rock had taken off my head. Kaine couldn't meet Demo's leering gaze. She lowered her eyes and stared at the muddy ground below. You've turned up, but right in one of the sad moments. I hope it doesn't make you sad. About an hour and a half. Oh, nice. What are you streaming? The bully moved forward until he was inches away. She could smell the scent of old meat on his breath. Ooh, missed. An old one. The boy grabbed Kaine's face with thick fingers and yanked it upwards. She tried to turn away, but he forced her gaze back and jammed his thumb against her eyelid to pry it open. Show me. No. Did you just say no? Demo grinned evilly. You don't say no to me. No one says no to me. Not even taking his attention from Kaine, he called his cohorts. Come on, you guys, let's give this freak what she deserves. As soon as Demo finished, kicks and blows began to rain down upon Kaine. Demo paused, still grinning, as Kaine curled into a ball and tried to make the pain stop. I don't get you, freak. What you acting like a girl for, huh? Everyone knows what you really are. Kaine ignored the question, choosing instead to stare at the weather vane. It continued to point east as if supremely confident about the future it had chosen for her. Go home? Yeah, that's a funny joke for someone with dead parents and no home to go to. Huh, that's pretty cool. Freak, chanted the children. Freak, freak, freak. Kaine closed her eyes and listened to the rain, waiting for the pain to start again. As the clutching hands of the village children closed around her, she bent her mind to the sound of the rain, letting it become her world entire. The rain fell. But the pain never came. Only when the laughter of her tormentors turned to terrified cries did she dare to open one single bloody-caked eye. Here. Kaine was shocked to see Demo sprawled on the ground, holding his head and screaming in pain. She could see the blood welling from the spaces between his fat, twisted fingers. Oh my god, he's crying. He's actually crying. Deprived of their leader, the children glanced back and forth between themselves as if waiting for someone to step forward and take charge. When no saviour emerged, they began an uneasy shuffle away from Kaine. But the young girl was the least of their concerns. Instead, their attention was rapt on the ancient woman standing a few feet away. After struggling for breath for a moment, she finally spoke in a voice thick with rage. Hurts like a bitch, don't it? Now I suggest you scatter before I throw another one. And if any of you little bastards ever touch my Kaine again, I'll do far worse than throw a rock, you can count on it. The old woman crouched down and gently touched the hand Demo was using to cover the wound. Before he could think to protest, she ground her palm into the wound and twisted it back and forth. Ow, he screamed, leaping to his feet. Stop it, what are you doing? Quit whining, ain't no one ever died from a scratch. You hit me with a rock, you stupid bitch, a big one. That thing could have killed me. The old woman shrugged. Death is the best cure for stupid. Demo's face twisted with rage at her words, locking his eyes on Kaine. He took a step backward and spat on the ground. Get out, leave this village, no one wants you here, either of you. Seeing the old woman grab another stone, Demo and his companions turned tail and ran. As they fled, the old woman grabbed her side and barked out a single laugh. Ha! Look at the fat boy go. Guess he's healthy enough to run from a fight. The woman's smile faded as she turned her attention to Kaine. Kneeling down, she removed her shawl and placed it around the young girl's shoulders, then produced a cloth from her folds of her dress and began blotting out the blood on her forehead. Oh, Kaine, she said, why didn't you fight back? You're stronger than that lot. The words of the grandmother stung Kaine, and she turned away. Don't be nice to me, she said. I don't deserve it. Nothing matters anymore. Her tears, held in check for so long, finally began to fall into the muddy ground below. Everyone hates me. They think I cause bad things to happen. They think I'm a freak. I wish I was dead. As Kaine's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. My isolate's doing alright. It's surviving over here. As Kaine's tears turned to sobs, she felt her grandmother's hands on her shoulders. Despite her advanced age and diminutive size, she was a woman of surprising strength, and Kaine found herself unable to turn away. Don't talk like that, girl. It's a river wide and deep that flows between the realms of this world and the next, and it grants no mercy to any that attempt the crossing. You've got a duty to fight until your last breath. Wise. She's a wise lady. Screenshot that quote for later. Understand? The old woman tightened her grip and tried to still the tremor in her voice. You know the pain of losing someone close to you, Kaine. You know because you survived it. Grandma is badass, and Kaine grows up to be just like her. As the words hit home, Kaine was struck by the force of her love for the old woman. As a young child, she didn't even know of her grandmother, but when her parents died, the woman quickly accepted her as her own. Grandma, as Kaine called her, was a cunning, vulgar, and quick to violence, and their first few years together had not been easy. But with each year that passed, Kaine and her grandmother had grown closer. However, it was only now, sitting on the mud with tears and blood caking her face, that Kaine truly understood the depths of her affection. Here was a woman who had seen hard times, who had seen death, who had fought through all of these things and somehow emerged on the other side. If anyone could understand Kaine's pain and loneliness, it was her. Do I make you sick, Grandma? Of course not, don't be an ass. Kaine drew her grandmother's moth-eaten shawl around her and shuddered. But my body, it's not normal. If I was normal, then Mum and Dad wouldn't... Hush, interrupted Grandma. I didn't want to hear words of this nonsense. You're my granddaughter and I love you, and if folks have a problem with that, they can just go to hell. And with that, the old woman reached out and placed a wreath of dried flowers in Kaine's hair. The skill it took to bend the flowers without breaking the stems or losing a single petal was remarkable, and the beauty of it made Kaine want to cry all over again. Oh my gosh, these are lunar tears. Grandma, you made this for me? Lunar tears were legendary flowers. Most people could live their entire lives without ever seeing one, and yet her grandmother had somehow collected a dozen or more. Kaine reached up and touched the wreath as if she couldn't believe it was real. Where did you find these? Just stumbled upon them while I was doing the shopping. The old woman turned away as she spoke, leading Kaine to suspect that the search had been more difficult than she was letting on. The pains she took to construct the ornament, let alone track down the flowers in its construction, made Kaine's heart hurt. She reached up and gently adjusted the wreath, admiring the way it felt between her fingers. Didn't quite turn out right, said Grandmother as she squinted at it. These old hands have trouble with delicate work, but it sure looks good on a pretty girl like you. Kaine blushed and turned away. You think I'm pretty? Of course you are. What a fool thing to say. Thank you, Grandma. Her grandmother smiled. We're gonna be fine, you and me, she said. As long as we got each other, we'll be just fine. Kaine took her grandmother's hand in hers, and the two of them struggled to their feet. As they began their long walk home, Kaine gripped the hand with all her might, as if trying to stop smoke from drifting away from the wind. The rain had stopped. Kaine stood beneath the weather vane, watching it spin in lazy circles, no longer caring about the direction it faced when it stopped. I don't need to escape, I have a home now. Grandma loves me, and that's enough, even if it's just us against the world. Kaine let her gaze drift up past the vane into the cloudy sky. The last faint hints of a rainbow were slowly fading. As she turned and headed for home, the light scattered into a million particles and vanished, seemingly taken away on the breeze. Ah. Ah. I'm sorry, there's lots of reading, and I might not be very good at reading. I'm dyslexic, so sometimes I get a bit slowed down. But I'm gonna have to eat this before it, falls off the stick. Grandma is badass. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, I just dodged an ice cream headache. Right. In the distance, Kaine heard a steady sound of an axe striking wood. The noise had a purposeful quality to it, as if she was hearing a master woodsman go about his work. The firewood being produced, however, was far from work of art, as it could be. Pieces of every shape and size were being flung about a barren yard with wild abandon. Anyone trying to stack such wood would probably die of frustration before the job was through. Stupid piece of shit axe. Kaine's grandmother flailed away with the axe, filling the air with both splinters of wood and words that would make the most hardened sailor blush. "Grandma," called Kaine. "That you, Kaine?" yelled the old woman, taking her eyes off the wood for a moment. "Don't get too close or I might take your goddamn foot off by mistake." She brought the axe down on a piece of wood, sending chips flying in every direction. One spun past Kaine, close enough for her to hear the whistle, at which point she decided to step back. Once she'd scuttled to safe distance, she cupped her hands around her mouth and shouted, "Grandma, do you need help? I can get you water or lunch or a new axe or something." The axe, poised to strike another wobbly blow, paused in midair. The old woman considered her granddaughter's offer for a moment, then smiled. "Tell you what, since I'm doing such a piss-poor job of chopping, why don't you come over here and take over so I can go get the water? Shade's been restless lately and I don't want you running into one of them bastards." Relinquishing the axe, her grandmother picked up a long pole with wooden buckets on either end. Gathering water was by far the more difficult of the two jobs, but Kaine knew better than to complain. Once Grandma's mind was set, there was no changing it. Kaine did her best to help with chores, but Grandma took every task that required travel to the village. Though she had a long list of plausible excuses, Kaine knew the real reason. She didn't want her granddaughter to be taunted and harassed by the villagers. Once Kaine moved in, Grandma decided to take up residence at a good distance from the area. Out of sight, out of mind seemed to be the best policy when it came to the villagers and her granddaughter, and rare were the days when any but the two of them would be found on the rocky acre of the land they called home. Kaine enjoyed the solitude, but harboured a secret resentment that her grandmother was forced to spend her golden years in such a place. After watching her grandmother leave, Kaine turned her attention to the task at hand. She had never chopped wood before in her life, and soon discovered why the old woman hated the chore. After the swing of the axe, swing after swing of the axe produced only a tiny crack in the wood. When she finally managed to connect with solid stroke, the tool embedded itself in the log and refused to budge. Got a dodgy eye. A frustrated Kaine swung the axe around her head and threw it, log and all, across the yard. Damn it, oh crap. She suddenly understood the joy her grandmother felt in a good curse. Happier now, she picked up the axe, forced it from the wood and resumed chopping. She had a natural skill with a blade, but the task was challenging and blisters soon began to form on her small pink hands. This is tough. My logs are all weird sizes. Spitting on her palms and ignoring the pain, Kaine redoubled her efforts. Just as she was developing a rhythm, Grandma returned from the village. Setting down her buckets with a small sigh, she took one look at the logs, coughed out a wheezy laugh. "Pretty clumsy girl, you'd better practice if you..." Her grandmother suddenly collapsed to her knees, causing one of the buckets to wobble precariously. Eyes wide, Kaine dropped the axe and ran to her grandmother's side. "Grandma?" The old woman shook her head and pointed a trembling finger at the bucket. "Get the bucket, can't let it spill." Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress, but Kaine didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening?" Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and battered Kaine away. "Stop that, just stop," she cried, breathing heavily. "It ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all." Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaking hand, worn face, told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending. Sooner either of them had feared, the positions would be reversed. The next morning, Kaine came to the side of the grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. "Grandma, you're sick, you need medicine. I'm going to the village." The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her down. "It's all right," she said. "I'll be fine." The grandmother fixed with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. "Well, I don't like it, goddammit. But I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up." The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across the dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. But she encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance of the village. A few adults she could see glanced sideways at her, then muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. Hey Uchi. Still there, buddy. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted these words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. Hey lady, said Kaine with bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me, they seemed to say, but Kaine saw that in her eyes held a different emotion. Fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady, trust me on this one. Which way? Kaine repeated. The woman pointed to a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary, but the new emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He had clearly been sent there on some kind of family errand. Because of his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. Oh my go, he sputtered. What are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered without force and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. Ha, barked Demo. That old bitch finally keel over? Go to hell, Demo. The boy's eyes grew so wide that they were ready to fall out of his head, but before he could let fly a comeback, or worse, a punch, the apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medicine. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely in a world so vast there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall behind the counter rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colours, but time had worked its cruel magic and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medicine in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through her into nothing as he spoke. That's my daughter. I sketched it when she was just a little girl. She's been dead a long time now. Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handing her the medicine, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. You should have these. There's none left that I wish to draw. Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumours about you, he said. It's a small village and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe, but I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Kali, and I think the way that she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Grandmother's name is Kali? Thought Kaine suddenly? She was still mulling over this new fact in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. Your grandmother is an old friend of mine, he said, as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I wager she would like it if you drew a picture of her. Yes, I think she would like that very much. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost imperceptible step, but it was a step nonetheless, and with enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think that she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion had finally caught up with her. She placed the medication by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. There's a lot of reading going on here. Back already, are you? Asked her grandmother with a yawn. Come here and let me have a look at you. Grandma sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe. Finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild, she leaned back and allowed herself to relax. Well, how was it? Those bastards give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a small smile. No, seriously, it was. Fun, eh? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. Uh-huh. So, anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her a portrait. Portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone. But Grandma, it'll make you live forever. Oh shit, said her grandmother, throwing back the sheet from her bed. Living forever would just piss me off. Now put those crayons away and help me with dinner. She gets her attitude from her grand, doesn't she? But Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house, as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. It's terrible, it doesn't look like you at all. I'm sorry, Grandma, I thought these crayons would, make drawings easy or something. The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. The sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colours. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said between a laughter, you truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But hush, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll always treasure it. True to her words, the old woman gave the picture a place of honour above the kitchen table. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. Posh, said the old woman. I'll take it down when they roll me in a shroud. She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I never felt before. And it makes me want to go on, so that someday you can feel the same happiness. It was a moment that burned itself into Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride, love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on, people and memories move in and out of life like ghosts passing through a hall, but this moment would be different. Kaine swore, because I will remember it forever. Forever. Kaine's dreams, separation. So remember, she's going over this in her head while she's petrified. Kaine listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug? The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool girl, it's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it looks like a bug, said Kaine, and I think it's burnt or something because it smells terrible. With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh yeah, that's terrible, alright. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Look at the sass on you, you've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the time. Meals that used to be sombre affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. Where are you going today? Asked Grandma suddenly. Kaine looked up surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. Well, I was going to check out the kelma trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What the hell for? Kaine stared at her grandmother and held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in a final round. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we can have some protection. The old woman laughed, exposing a toothless grin to the world. Goddamn girl, if a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. We've got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves, I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Oh shoot, I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other. Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight, you know that. A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival. Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately it seems my mind is... She didn't finish this thought. Instead, walking over to the nightstand and gently taking a wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flower petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she received it. You're going to be a true woman soon, Grandma said, as she placed the flowers around the girl's hair. So that means less chatter about shades, and more building defensive walls, and more talk about how beautiful you've become. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. You're a beautiful thing, said the old woman, and there ain't another like you in the whole world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day. Such a mouth on you, where'd that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Grandma, yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. Grandma, stop it, what the hell? The old woman stared at her and blinked, then slowly held her wrinkled hand out as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. Oh ho, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kaine thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she'd ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your wool and whatnot. I'll be fine. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Cheeky bitch. Kaine rolled her eyes and kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore what was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end the temptation was too great. She spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looked so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with her finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. Oh no, gods, no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Kaine then put my drink down. Kaine ran then faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but she kept to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that was spilling from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. Sorry, buddy, I'm trying to get through it as fast as I can. The massive creature supported itself on three twisted feet and achieved balance through means of large armoured tail, scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in random chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. Trust me, mate, I'm dyslexic. I've been practicing from other games to be able to read out loud. For a moment, the creature retreated into the shimmering inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and then the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. "All right, you bastard," she thought, as her screams echoed off the high cliffs around them. "It's you or me, let's go." The shade eyed Kaine with a bemused interest, then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced towards the house. Through the smoke and flame she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. "Grandma!" At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. "She's alive," thought Kaine, "alive!" Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot the trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up, get up, get up, get up now! As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped toward the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, where she might as well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine lurched to her feet, only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire, one or both of them was surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. "Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer." Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard, laughing at us. She had no idea how much a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt that the shade was taking joy in their suffering. "Yeah, I see your plan." The shade moved its claw slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. "I'm gonna kill this bastard." Summoning all of her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap to the right ankle as the foot twisted backwards. But she forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. Pulling a small knife from her pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. "Give her back," she screamed. "Give her back to me." It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that had latched onto its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small weak voice spoke up. "Kaine." Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally her eyes cleared enough for her to make out the grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. "Grandma?" "Kaine, you gotta run. You can't best this one." Kaine grabbed the hand and held on with all her strength. "Grandma, come on, we have to go." The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. "Grandma, no, no." I said run, goddammit, you have to live. You have to get through. The thought that would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from the gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again. She stared at the foot dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after another, faster and faster until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed, then a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step it crept towards its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles. Her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backwards, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Kaine, seized by the moment, laughing like a madwoman, she leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. I think I'm bleeding to death. No, I can't. I can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames, all of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. 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 Kill it now. As the spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between the heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer.
The beast approaches.
Oh, I know.
That was a bit of reading, wasn't it?
How did it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today. My sword, it's lighter.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Fucking choke the fucker. I don't see any timeouts. I've just been reading, mate, for the last fucking God knows how long. Oh, that was from ages ago. I think when I first added bots to my channel, it didn't like exclamation marks or something. But dude, I think that was like a year ago. Gently, weakly, softly. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shamed beyond imagining, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of an arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is going to make clapping a real bitch. Fuck, she's got the best sense of humour. Ha, cried a sudden voice from in the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are you? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought, at an unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. No, stop. I don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly after a few. Ah. You handed him out again. Thank you very much, Eisen. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop, no, don't hurt that picture. Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. That's a lot of lab cats. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled and broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you, cha-cha-cha. I look like that? Oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if instant insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish, like a prayer or something. Is it because it's the first of the month? It might be because it's the first of the month, so it might appear tomorrow. Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, the invisible man in the sky, save me, save me. Ha ha ha. Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. I don't make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Wahaha, oh God, you are the best. Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up towards the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is this my mind just losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upwards, feel the hot searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever she might be happening, she was still alive and this was real. Come on, said the voice, let it go. Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die, so why not let me have it? Have what? Your body. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood just like before. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Haha, yeah maybe, what of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose and slowly oozed into the sockets of her missing eye. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck with the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small whispered moan. "Feels good, don't it?" asked the voice with a chuckle. "Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Now give me that body. Come on, give me that body and I'll show you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade." "Hey, Minnie." A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. "I can see better," she thought. "My eye must be growing back too." "How you doing, Minnie?" The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. "Stop," she whispered, marvelling at how she had regained her voice. "Stop." The black ooze hesitated as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. "What the hell, Sunshine?" screamed the voice. "We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die." "Grandma said I can't die yet." A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. "That thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die." Kaine glanced down and saw the mysterious pattern. The pattern of the shades burn itself into her left arm. "Well, I'll be damned," said the voice cheerfully. "Look at that, Sunshine. I think you and me are going to be good friends now." Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotion she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. "Stop, gotta stop." Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. "Come on, don't fight now," pleaded the voice. "Hate's my favourite dish and I'm hungry." "Let it go. Feel the anger, burn with the fire of revenge. First for blood, then go out there and..." Shut up and get the hell out of my body." "Your body? Oh, that's rich, Sunshine, real rich." "Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead." Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, the darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. "Stupid idiot girl, you're possessed now, Sunshine, and there ain't no going back." The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. "Possessed?" whispered Kaine. "Yeah, possessed, you and me. We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now." Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. "Is this because of the shade? Is this how they see the world?" "So listen," purred the voice. "I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty in it for you too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that the power belongs to you. You got enemies, people you want to kill, I can make that happen. That little fat kid who kept on picking on you, that big old shade that squashed your granny, will wrap them up their own assholes." That's interesting imagery. "And no more abuse for you, Sunshine, no more pain." "Wait," said Kaine. "You're a shade? Why would you help me kill another shade?" "What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honey pants." That's great. "I just want to drink from the well, honey pants." I gotta remember to call people honey pants. "Hey, honey pants." Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. "So, how about it, you and me? We have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the body part if you don't want..." "Fuck off, asshole," muttered Kaine. "I'll handle the killing." "Haha," screamed the voice. "Look at you go! Oh, Sunshine, you're gonna have so much fun." I mean, this is the bit that's... This is the part where it doesn't outright say, but that line there about that body part you don't want, this is alluding to Kaine being a hermaphrodite. So, it doesn't ever say whether she's a hermaphrodite or actually a boy or has male genitalia, but yes, exactly. Former humans, yes, but they've had a lot of time. So shades are what happens when the souls are left for too long. So listen, my name's Turan, or Turan, and if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it, the more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour, and I like rotten and sour. Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said, yeah, I think this can work. I'm going to find that shade and I'm going to strangle it with its own guts. And when I'm done, I'm going to do the same to you, Turan. Count on it. Ha, laughed Turan. Turan? I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I've shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, you know, go soft, then I'm going to take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away. Faded somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. So if you remember, she went nuts. She loses her shit. That's when the shade took over. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone and waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. I'm not a shade, I'm Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was under the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, Garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma, I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And at this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area arose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that had infected her world.
Alive! Stay alive! Stay alive!
Grandma.
Kaine, you gotta live! You gotta come back to us!
Oh, hey.
That's why she sees deeper.
You were the one calling
She
me.
instantly knows it's Emil. Because of good writing.
Recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
She does a bit. Like Eisen says, the main character, he likes them having white hair.
Wow. You grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Because she doesn't see things for the surface, she sees deeper. Because herself, she has depth.
Shit. That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
See, lots of what they say suddenly takes on a brand new context in second and third and playthrough.
No, it's great. Thank you.
We're going to see Papa NieR in a minute. Papa NieR. Papa
Kaine
NieR.
waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You can't be
exactly.
serious.
Please try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me.
Yeah. Thanks for coming along on the ride of me talking for straight half an hour or whatever it was.
We should turn in.
Kaine is fucking awesome. So's Emil, for that matter.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Devola. For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades.
You're never snarky when you come on my channel.
In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
Wrong on my screen. Have I sneezed or something? Snisms. Congratulations to everyone that survived that very, very long segment of reading.
I should apologize to Kaine and Emil. But what good would that even do?
I got a fire going, Kaine.
Wait, is that...
See, these are all new scenes.
Campfires are weird, aren't they? I'm so happy to get to talk to you again, Kaine.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with a special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
This is a remake of one of my favourite games. So it originally came out in 2009, 2010. And the story was amazing then, but the game was kind of shit. It wasn't shit, it was just subpar. So it's an old and a new game. It's a new old game. How does one started? 2 anyway? How do you have to do ending A to get B? Yes, yes you do. But the last one is a choice, so I've got to make sure I get it right in order to get all 5.
I'm sorry, Emil.
So Kaine was
I'm sorry
petrified
for
for
all
5 years to trap something in the basement, and that skeleton boy, he was a normal boy that was tested on, and everything he looked at would petrify. And he took off his band to show his eyes to petrify her so she could keep a door shut to keep a monster away. And then he turned into this. This is the one I've been waiting to come out, yes. And to get to see, you got to do this. I've got to check because it's different now. The original version, in order to get the final ending, D, at the time D was the final ending. They've added the true ending of E into this, but they've changed how you get it. Beforehand, you used to have to max out every single weapon in the game. Fucking took forever. They've changed that. I think now you just have to own all the weapons. But certain weapons only exist after ending A, so you can't get them all in the first run.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak.
I think I've just got to play through it again.
But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was. No matter how bad things got, she gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
Merchant passed through the village today and she just kept on pulling crazy stuff out of her big bag. She said her name was Accord. The time-travelling robot.
Sleep well?
Yeah.
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Money, money, money. We're going to see Papa NieR now.
What might that be?
It's Mom's diary.
I have not heard you speak much about
This
your
is the
mother.
DLC. In the DLC originally, in 2009, you got this skin to use during the DLC. Whereas this time we're going to see Papa NieR.
Scroll and died when I was little.
Thank you very much, Tiny Birdie. Sorry you didn't get to see any of the game, really. You saw, like, a little bit of the fighting. But, if I don't catch you in your stream at all, because I'm going to be streaming a different game later, you have a really good stream, okay? Oh, you saw something, okay. Well, in this one they all kind of are. It's hard to describe, Uchi. Oh, what is the canon ending in Automata? E. Ah, I love you too, buddy. Pet your puppers for me. Pet the doggos. Big fat tacos.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of when we were still a family.
I see.
But the final entries get a little strange.
In what way?
Well, here, take a look.
Oh, I'm gonna kick some serious
Say
ass.
Can you not hear me?
Yay, it's Papa NieR. He's an ugly bastard.
Why are you standing about like a slack-jawed ninny?
Sorry. Felt like I was...
They've got his voice as
dreaming or
well.
something.
Sleeping on one's feet is quite the talent indeed.
No way, they got his voice actor
Come
back.
now. There's the door.
Right. Let's go.
That's made me really happy. Yay, they got Papa NieR's voice. See the point beyond this point and you will be unable to save until the battle is over. Oh, that's really cool. They got his voice back. This is a world of a recycled vessel, created to avoid the destruction of all. And I should get outfits for doing this. Whoop, whoop. Oh, have you got the haircut? Or are you going to? Nope. I like these remixes. That's a white book, a false truth. Yes and no, because the original NieR was Papa NieR for the West, so he is and isn't. It's kind of up to you whether he is or not. I think I prefer Papa NieR, but it might be because I'm old. I mean, I like the voice actor for young NieR, but I think I preferred the voice actor for this guy. Yeah. But there isn't an official which one's canon. They were both canon. Oh, I love this track. Soldiers of Salt calling forth white death. They are legion, those who plunge the world into darkness. As you can see, they don't drop items in this. You gotta survive with whatever items you have. I should be able to fly through this. I mean, I remember all the dungeons, so... Claim one-ended sword, Fool's Embrace. Nice. I think it's 5. The dragon's corpse brought death to the world, delivering unto the magic. See, magic exists because of, Kime and Angelus. Well, because of Angelus's body. The black sickness stains the future, the journey to return to the soulless vessels. I'm so overpowered for this. The third dungeon might give me a bit of trouble. Oh, got the Kabuki outfit. Nice. This makes Kaine look fucking awesome. I mean, she looks awesome anyway. Hey, brother, how's it going? Don't worry, I'm just doing Papa NieR. These are just dungeons. There's no story involved. But I got Papa NieR. And they voiced him too. Dude, I bought Ice Lollies earlier as well. Did you see my Ice Lollies? Were you here when I said about the Dib Dabs? The Dib Dab lollies come with sherbet. How messed up is that? Let's go and save, then come back to this. Even though I just said it saved. So I've done ending A finally after like 44 hours.
My word.
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoken from a most unpleasant dream.
I know what you mean. That happens to me whenever I read it.
My problem is I go through them so fast. I'll be like, today I deserve a lolly. Then tomorrow, like, I deserve another lolly. Right, go to... Oh, how do I change? 20 quid's worth of ice lollies. Lollipop. An ice lollipop. Ice lolly. I got cola flavoured ones. So good. Oh yeah.
The diary again?
How do I change?
The world of the recycled vessel.
They're made out of ice, Heisen. They're lollies made out of ice. We're gonna go change to a different outfit. Ice lollies, not iced. Ice lollies. You know ice cream? How ice cream? Dude, I lived in the States. You have ice lollies there. Think of a slushie that is solid. Oh, I love the... As you can tell, the Phoenix Spear is pretty much my favourite on this run. I can't remember what my old favourite was. Let's go change...
I feel as if I'm...
I know what you mean.
Hold on. There you go, Heisen. Click on that, buddy. Weak weapons seem to work as well still. Not sure I understand the maths. I'm not sure. I mean, I know I am severely over-leveled. Like, I kill bosses in like 3 or 4 hits. I don't think the game is really designed to be played the way I play it. I front end everything just because I want to.
I fear the next card fate.
How do I change outfit? I think I might have to do it through... Yeah, well, popsicles is fine. I mean, you lick a lolly, and it's made out of ice. So it's not like it doesn't make sense. Okay, let's go see the other gear. Oh yeah, you can have them as a meal, can't you? Should we have them as a meal, or will that break the story a bit? I think I'll keep them standard. They could have updated this so you could change it in-game, but fine. Let's go see Kaine. Kaine looks fucking amazing in her kabuki outfit. Emil looks pretty cool as well. Have you tried the Skittles ones, John? Fucking Skittles ones, so good. Yeah, Heisen was just saying that they call them popsicles there. It's fucking badass. And scantily clad, as per usual. Actually, Emil's outfit looks really good in the updated version. Yeah, I like Emil's too. It didn't look that good, the original version, but this version looks fucking excellent. Because it's a fish with fins. That's very cool. It's a carp, isn't it? I didn't notice that before. Is it carp? Is that the fish? Yeah, I think it is. One of my favourite weapons used to be, where is it? The heaviest weapon from, see, oh no, that's kind of spoilers, because some of them you don't see what they look like until they're done. That one's from, where's the ridiculous sword? That was one of my favourites. This one here, in Drakengard, this was the most powerful weapon in the game. But it was a fucker. Some of you might have seen me using this one. This attack is like 3 times the speed as it was in Drakengard. Yeah, you can charge every... Dude, brother, you can charge after every move in this. You can charge with the square. You can charge with triangle. But you can charge at any point during the combo. That's how I do the speary stuff. So, I hold triangle, then keep it held, do that. Where is it? Then I do the stab. I think it's got to land in order to do this. There's a super poke he does. The tutorials aren't great, to tell you the truth, but just try charging at any point during the combo, and it normally does something. Right. The dungeons, I think they've added some of the weapons to them. Originally, you could get ending D without doing it, but it was really difficult. But the dungeons dropped items that helped you level up the weapons. Whereas now I think some of the weapons are actually in there that you have to get. I still don't know how to. I still don't know how to launch them. You might have to tell me how to do that. I couldn't figure out how to do the launch combo. I kept on doing it by mistake.
Yeah. Lately, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it.
The world...
I think I might even be strong enough to do all 3 of these. NieR brought a chick home with him. It makes little chirps and follows me around. It's just the cutest thing ever. Yeah, I tried figuring out how to do the launch combo, but I couldn't do it. Yay, Papa NieR. Papa NieR. Oh, that's similar in Automata. I'm glad you told me that. I'll try that with the spear. The apocalypse divided the world in 2. One that knows not day and one that's never seen night. So this is telling story of after the Drakengard. Oh, prohibited moves. Right. See how strong I am. It's ridiculous. Oh shit. It changes. I asked Dervla if hooch tastes good and she said it's the best thing in the world. She said we can have some together when I'm all grown up. Black and white, 13 packs, the vessels, forms waver as they cross time and space. I'll see if I can show you that thing I mentioned. Yeah, it's these dungeons are kind of just little segments sewn together. So don't worry, you're not going to see any spoilers. Yokotaro uses every part of the buffalo. Yes. Is there a map? You can see why the spear is quite handy in these situations. Oh yeah, I like this track. This track's really good. See, titanium alloy, they're difficult to get. Well, titanium alloys are only dropped by the big green robots. You'll get a strike, but they do lots of do they really? Yeah, I've not uploaded any of my videos yet.
It seems we have been shut in.
Another titanium alloy. So this is going to help me level up the weapons straight away. Oh, calm down, NieR. Oh, I keep on using the wrong fucking ones. Yeah, right. Drakengard has the potential to be a good game. Half of it is, well, the dragon parts are good. Do you know what? When they were about to say this was coming out, I thought they were, because they had a 4 on the Platinum website, I thought they were making Drakengard 4. I was so excited for Drakengard 4. But then they said this was being remade, so I was still happy.
It seems we have been shut in.
Yeah, I mean, Yoko Taro said that this was like an upgrade, and I agree with that, because it's not a remaster or a remake. He said it was an upgrade. It very much is like the original in pretty much every way. It's just with the time and effort that the original deserved. Oh, I keep on using the salves. What's wrong with me? Yeah, I get medicinal herbs at the end of each fucking segment, only to lose it. The song of a man being drowned in its place, the scream of something inhuman. Yay, Papa NieR. Be nice if they let you use the skin for Papa NieR, but I suppose the voice wouldn't work. It'd be weird. I hope that they made the joke about Papa NieR. They said they would add Papa NieR if it sold 2 million. I think this is going to sell more than 2 million. So hopefully they will add his voice work to it. That would make me very happy. The language was used a bit differently. The script was a little bit different. But to the same effect kind of thing. Ooh, got full cement. Nice. Oh, I wish I had some friends. How sad was that? Sky falls with the dragon. The world ends this day. Yeah, true. You still alive? I was pressing the wrong button, that's why. Yeah, this is like made from that kind of area. Basketball court, isn't it? Whereas the intro's at a convenience store. I mean, back in the day, it wasn't the best kind of DLC. It was like it felt thrown together just to give people more items. You can tell they were said, you know, make something. Like on the Drakengard DLC. Do you know what the Drakengard DLC is? One of them is the Tokyo Tower that just sits on the dragon's head. That's it. I bought it. If I move on, do I keep my items in quest progress? You keep all your items. I can't remember... Well, we'll see when I finish this. I can't remember how the side quests work. I think they carried over. I bought it as well. I bought that DLC. The puppet priest collects accursed prayers and polishes the vessel. Yeah, pretty much. Oh Christ, what's this one again? Oh, this is first person shooter mode. Fucking stupid. House of the Dead, NieR style. Heisen would like this level. It is like he's tripping, isn't it? I mean, I hope that it'd be really cool if they gave you this as a filter. I am so overpowered. weapon percentage NieR only. No, Drakengard. You couldn't get the final ending without all the weapons. Vice is coming all over the enemies. He's having a great time. In Automata you need all the weapons, I think, don't you? Yes, I think to get ending E you need all the weapons. The first NieR is the only one... Oh, I mean, that do to all 3 characters. It's weapon percentage NieR only. I'm not sure what you mean, considering you don't get weapons for the other people. They get what they're given. Get what they're bloody given. Yeah, just NieR himself. There's a pig! I see you, pig. Hamming it up. So, John, have you done the first ending yet? Or are you heading towards it? Okay. Where are my legs? Or maybe I'm just the book. I understand. I'm going to try one of those dip dabs later. I'll tell you how it goes. An ice lolly you dip into sherbet. I'm confused and excited. Do I get them all? Surely this is... Am I back at the entrance yet? Could you go any slower? Seriously. Okay. Samurai outfits. Cool. We'll try those on. Yeah. Right, we'll change into the samurai gear. Okay, we've got the third one. But we'll change into samurai gear before doing the third one. I would say the only Drakengard / NieR game where the DLC is actually substantial is Drakengard 3. Because each one is like 3 chapters on the stories of each of... I think it's 3 chapters. Yeah, I think each sister has 3 chapters each. And there's 5 sisters.
Something wrong?
Yeah.
I know what you mean. That happens to me whenever I read it.
It's got the same kind of deal where in Drakengard 3 you are trying to max out all the weapons, and doing the DLC gives you the money to do that. It's less the items in that one. I think it's more the money that you need. I mean, I was happy to have more. I mean, I've got the special edition book. Like, half of these games are missing integral pieces of information that make the stories way better. Like, the book for that of Drakengard 3 explains Zero's origins. There is spoilers if you read it all, so I understand why they kept it aside. But let's change to Samurai. He has clothes and hair. I don't know whether to do Automata straight after this or go back to Drakengard 3. But we're going to do them all. I might even play Drakengard 2, but there's no real point. Yeah, it'd be cool to have. Drakengard 3, there is a Kaim outfit, and his sword. I mean, to be fair, lots of Drakengard 1 weapons are in this game. Kaine doing her best Chun-Li impression. It is those tiny heads. Right. Yes, I think I can't remember how many Automata sold, but basically Automata gave them enough to greenlight this. So hopefully they'll greenlight whatever he wants. I did read an interview. Kaine wearing even less. Fucking look at Emil. Brilliant. I mean, I think I prefer this version of Kaine, just because the armor looks cool and the armor's on her shade part. I'm not sure. I think I prefer the fish version of Emil. Her hair looks awesome there. No, I've been watching someone play it and translate it, but I don't know when it's coming over here. And he said that he had played it for a decent amount of time, and he hadn't hit the gacha grind yet. But it has gacha in there, and gacha grind is designed to gacha. But I saw some of the short stories that are in it, and they were sad, as you'd expect.
Again?
Yeah. Lately, I haven't been able to stop.
Gacha coming at you. It just wrecked the mic.
World of the recycled vessel.
What is this that you have linked? Oh, cool. Yeah, it does look good. It looks very good, doesn't it? See, I watched mainly story parts. I didn't actually watch much of the gameplay. Okay, we're going to do the DLC. It took me longer to read Kaine's intro to this chapter than these here. So as long as memory exists, so as long as mankind has hope, a bloody battle will be waged over the something and the hamsters. Hey look, there's the lighthouse. Oh shit. I don't know if anyone should have normal Kingdom Hearts power, but it's nice to have normal. Oh, NieR, sorry. The seals have gone? So it's been so long since I've played them, I really need to play the first two again. I just remember fighting Sephiroth loads. And I remember not wanting to ever do the Little Mermaid part again. Or do the Winnie the Pooh part again. And I remember that Donald Duck was badass. Big guys should start appearing. Oh, I fucking guarded that, you cheeky prick. Use your health before the level ends. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Oh, I used the wrong fucking health. This time it's salves. Oh, okay. Foolish human, foolish vessel. I'm like that about my cars that I don't get anymore. This one was the one that took me the longest. When I originally did this DLC, I wasn't over leveled. And those rams really fucked me up. Oh, what are those? Yeah, no rock to stand on, exactly. Nice try, Piggy. Oh. Is that actually John, or are you just making that up? Or is Yoko Taro being cheeky again? Is it actually? Cheeky bastard. He said in an interview that he just came up with it out of nowhere. Fucking liar. It's one of the few people I like him lying to me. I think there's a weapon in here. Yeah. I swear there's something in this level. That fucking landed on no one. Oh, wrong button. Oh, wrong button again. I just wanted to show off that move. I don't use that move all the time, but it's probably my favourite. It fucking skewers them all. Oh, I love this track. This track's fucking awesome. Ah, titanium alloy. Yeah, I do depend on some enemies. It seems to work on some enemies really well, but other enemies not so much. Like, I think boss attacks just go through it. Or not necessarily go through it, but I use it for the parry sometimes. Where's the big guy? Yeah. Fucking, this weapon is so good in corridors. I quite like the whirlwind as well.
Seems we have been shut in.
Not the most powerful though. Mind you, I don't have my MP up kind of thing. I don't tend to make magic build in this. Maybe in hard mode I would. Oh. Dark Lance is pretty much the most helpful one in the game. Obviously, apart from the pew pew one. Pulls a cord, nice. Once I finish my secret dish, I'm going to feed it to NieR, then he'll see how happy, helpful I can be. Yeah, I've not I did start it on PC. Oh shit. Stabby, stabby. See, I get bored of knocking them on their ass and doing like the death move on them. It gets boring because it's a bit too easy, but still I do it. What was that I just picked up? I liked one of the axes, but I can't remember which one it was. Yeah. This one took me fucking ages originally. Papa NieR. Papa NieR. Every beam of light is an invitation to death. Aw, that's so cheerful. Stabby stab! Oh, I think you can fall off this bit. Oh shit. Never going to remember what weapon does what and but did try to set up some different for it. Which was, yeah. I like what they've done to the combat in this, but it was never that deep to start with. So they've just kind of added a layer on top to make it more fun. They didn't make it any deeper. It's still, oh, fucking stop guarding. Rick. I'm gonna stab them all. Where's that coming from? Okay. That might be the one that's the most powerful weapon. Is it the Buster Sword? Or is it the curved Buster Sword or the straight Buster Sword? Where's the boss? I remember falling off this fucking ledge. Or do I go down further? Ah, fucking lock on. Whoa, 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 whoa! Is there a secret weapon up there? He is armored to fuck. See, sometimes dodging just doesn't do anything. Of course there's another one. Oh shit. Ooh. Oh, I was trying to jump then, but didn't happen. Why don't I just do that? Face the enemy, Luke. That would be really fucking helpful. Oh, they're all around me, that's why. See, I tried to fucking defend then. Oh shit. Streaming vessel in a recycled world. Look away, John, just in case the story. There wasn't originally until the time of its awakening. Ah, is that it? Yeah, that's it.
Is that all?
Huh?
Is that the final entry of the diary?
Seems that way.
Interesting.
You figure anything out?
I fear not.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, okay, don't worry, there was nothing there for you to worry about. Okay, let's take a look at my missions. Mission completion carries over. Oh, wait a minute. This all done ones? Completed. But all quests as well. I haven't got any incomplete quests. Yes, I have. I'm a little bit confused because I didn't finish the one. Oh, maybe I've got it. Right, okay, so the missions appear again. So I've got to go get the plant mission because there was a lady in Facade who wanted pink flowers. So it looks like it carries over, but you collect the missions again if you want them, by the looks of things. Because the flower one has disappeared. So now I need to read up on what to do for ending C and D before I get there. But I can continue through the story and you'll see different points of view from different characters.
Oh.
A bit like an automata.
Hi. I kinda thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to Popola? I think she wanted to discuss the Shadow Lord with you.
I'm headed there next.
Okay, sit down and have a chat, lovely chat about the Shadow Lord.
Oh, and Devila?
Yeah?
Sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize.
Which one, Devila or Popola?
Anyone would be upset when their friends are hurting.
Very good.
Let Emil and Kaine know that we're sorry, alright?
Alright.
Okay, I think that's where I'm going to leave today, and then tomorrow we will get ending. We'll get ending B, and don't worry, we will because I've done all the side quests already. So I'm going to take a break, have something to eat, and then we're going to come back with some Returnal. And tomorrow we'll go for ending B. I'm pretty sure we can knock it out quite fast. So I'll catch you all later. Well, hopefully catch you in a bit. Cheers and go on. Fare thee well. Bye bye.